Fancy schmancy base is almost done.
Fancy schmancy. It looks really good.
It's a long time to get here.
Again, like we were talking about earlier on the leather tunic and such, you do the textures early on with all the colors. I've been applying these browns, the dark umber, light umber, and everything with a slight texture to them. And now when you come back with your brighter color and create your contrast for the first time, you'll start to see all the textures come to life. Not just the last one that I'm doing here. This was just dark umber, light umber with dark ivory, and now dark ivory. And as you can see, rather than doing complete like edge highlighting, stipple it, break it up, come back in and give yourself some scritches.
Our black and brown wash together. Hit the base with a nice dry brush, or a nice wash.
Wad. You don't mind Star Citizen feature creep ship funding model, but by the time this game is released, everyone who was interested in the game would have already been in it with such a head start that new players are just going to get spawn stomped. Well, and that doesn't even talk to the amount of people who will no longer be in it, right?
Well, right now, as far as I'm aware, they're still doing resets.
Well, okay.
Like
they have
resets.
progress loss, but that affects people who haven't paid real money for stuff. Now, that brings up a good question, because one of the things they have not answered in Star Citizen's world is what happens to those of us that have bought packs that have things like particular special guns and knives and clothing and things like that, when they have this perpetual existence of things that can be stolen, right?
Yes.
And somebody steals the thing you paid $20 for, and now they have it. Are they going to let you have a copy of it? Because now that's able to be like, nothing's going to be special, because people will just spend $20 on the special pack of stuff and then give it to all their friends. Say, here, come steal it from me. Yep. And then we'll all have it. So there's a lot of problems with Star Citizen. A lot. In the way that they have monetized stuff. Because what's going to happen to ships, right? I have all these ships that I've spent tons of money on. You don't want to know how much money I've spent in Star Citizen. And what's going to happen when you and I are playing, and I go, hey, you want a hammerhead? Steal this one.
Yeah, just steal it from me.
And then I'll put it on insurance.
Yeah.
I'll just put it on insurance.
Yep.
Right? Because I've got lifetime insurance on all of my ships.
Yep. True.
So my lifetime insurance, does it cause that ship instance to despawn? Does it have a serial number attached to it? So even though you did all the hard work and stole it and played the pirate in the game, nothing that you steal ever has any more than a, maybe it's a dollar value. Even that doesn't work.
I seem to recall, and this is not, don't take my word on this, but I remember talking with my friend about it. He was like, you can't, if you steal somebody's ship, like, I don't think you can steal somebody's ship and leave with it, like, intact. I think you...
Yeah, you definitely can.
You definitely can?
You can pirate it and leave with it and fly off with it and have it.
Well, then, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
You most certainly can. I can come in, shoot you, dump you out an airlock, take your stuff.
Don't take my stuff, please. I don't.
See, exactly.
This.
Lifetime insurance. Yep. You can just get all your friends who have connies now until theirs blows up because they can't get it back. So therein lies the problem. And I think that's what they're looking at is that, well, that's not really a problem because the thief can't ever use it.
Yeah, you can't insure it.
I'm like, sure he can. He can use it until it blows up and then he can come back and steal it again. Your friend will have, you are your friend's lifetime insurance. Right? Because you just let your friend steal your... I've got big stuff. Like, you know, like you can let your friend steal your carrier and get a big price ship for nothing and build your fleet. Now you have a bunch of them. And yeah, you go fight with them and you lose one or two. And then they just steal yours again because yours lifetime insurance. All my ships have lifetime insurance, so. Yeah, there's all sorts of problems with Star Citizen that they don't have to think about as long as they don't finish the game. Because in its state right now, you don't have to worry about any of this. Which is why I believe it'll never be finished. Because they're never going to be able to solidify all of these things that need to be handled in a way that satisfies the people that have given them all the money to get there. The only people that are going to be satisfied at the end when they have to make the rules work the way they do are the people who didn't pay the money to get the game there. Gonna get an 890 jump. Yeah, exactly, Mensa. Exactly. We do it with Hammerheads. Well, we did. I don't play it anymore. There hasn't been an update worth looking at in a long time.
Don't mind me fixing Dooku's forehead real quick. Okay. Dooku's forehead's fixed. No more weird black spot from black wash or paint or something that got splashed.
I feel like I want black-brown wash on top of those. I was going to use brown transparent, but I think I'm going to use black and brown mixed over those leather straps.
I think I'm also going to do a little bit of work with some transparents on these guys really quick because they're a little flat, and I'm not a huge fan of where they're at right now. They need a little bit of the love.
Source does. You got a Gladius package. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about all the things that Jason has.
Man, the dream of Star Citizen is the ultimate space game for me. Eve was my ultimate vision of what I would play a video game for forever had it just had the ability to feel like you were actually flying the ships. As it was, it never felt like you were flying ships, so it was kind of meh. But Star Citizen is basically, you know, EVE Online where you actually fly ships. And so, yes, I'm a big fan of the concept. The implementation is garbage so far. Mechanics are good. I mean, the way the game plays I like the flight model and all that stuff. But it's a revolutionary concept with no end in sight. Alright, so brown and black transparent here, not wash. Brown and black transparent mixed together. Because the brown transparent gives me a little more orangey feel, so it's going to warm up that black a lot more. If I just do the brown and black washes together, I get more of a black-brown that is very neutral. Here I still have some warmth. You can see that kind of orangey coloring. Got my finger behind there?
It's actually very similar to what I'm doing right now.
Cheater. Copying me.
Hey, I mixed it up first, okay?
Copying me.
I'm just adding some warmth back to these guys because they lost a lot of that from the khaki highlights. Good, because that's the color that we wanted to get to them, but need a little bit of this this earthiness, burnt sienna feel back into the models. We're gonna apply some of the good old glazes. Filter our way to victory.
Mensa, you'll have to hit me up. I'll let your crew have more than Connie's. A good color. The black and brown transparent mixed together does really, really well over this dark and light umber.
It's so funny that we're just you mixed up the same exact color that I'm using. It's a great mix to add a little bit of subtle warmth to stuff without really changing it too much. A lot better. Check this. Depth now to it. Interesting.
Your paintbrush shipped yesterday?
Heck yeah. Well, they're hot.
You got lucky if one shipped yesterday. You have a friend who's company person, Idris, as a team building thing. The company is gone now, but your friend still has the login and password. I would hope so if he put in a bunch of money. Mensa, take it easy. Oh, a real company. I got you now. I got you. Because there are corporations in game, right? So build your fleets and companies, so to speak, in Star Citizen. Your clan, if you will.
Gabe wanted to let us know.
What's that?
Gabe wanted to let us know that we might run into some.
Why is that?
Intermittent internet over on the other side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fine here.
I noticed it dropped into yellow and orange a little earlier.
Huh. Nobody's complained about anything.
Seems fine so far. And you guys
yeah, we haven't had any problems there.
He just said it as a word caution. Because the studio is strong. Not offended any strange beings from other realms that might butts with the internet connection.
Source says I mixed some colors on this project, but I can't remember what I did. Uh-oh.
That is not what you want to have happen.
Amazon Web Services has been suffering. Yeah, I can never really assume that Cox knows what's going on.
No. Never.
I haven't heard. Jen hasn't told me because she probably knows I don't want to hear the answer. What is going on with our internet? Now it's getting hitchy again as you type this. It's pretty good. Our drop frames are like minuscule to none. Our throughput's really good right now. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it may take dips. This building has been, knock wood, has been tons better than our last building, just from the standpoint of the equipment, the hardware not being in an alley that people run over it.
Yeah.
Oh, T. Schmid, probably because the Discord bot got kicked out of the chat or something. See, now as I'm saying it, now it's going down to nothing.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow.
Now it's at 0.
Oh, no.
Now it's coming back up. Oh, yeah, wow, bad. Oh, and then it goes up to like double the throughput it's supposed to. That seems legit.
Did it jump back up to like 10K or something?
Yeah. I think it hit 12. Yeah, it looks like it probably dumped the bot off. So if you're having problems...
Sorry. Hello.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
We have a guest. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Jacob. What are you doing here? Oh, it's off time. These guys don't have to work no more.
Yup.
Vestiges.
I mean, can I really call this working?
Be careful. Because do I really have to pay you for it then? You heard him.
Yes.
You heard him, right?
Yes.
Jacob's over there saying that he heard you.
Yes. Yes, you do.
I don't know. I only pay for work. And you just said you don't work. So, no pay.
Oh, no.
You heard it, chat.
Oh, no. What
You
have
heard
I done?
it, chat. Sound logic shot in foot.
Oh, no.
Self, foot, shot. Yeah, Wad. Audio most times, as long as you don't lose signal completely, will definitely follow quicker than video because it takes no bandwidth.
Hmm? Jacob's over there making weird noises.
He's in the comfy chair.
Death Guard.
Yeah, I already downloaded the Blood Angel stuff. Anybody want to be daring and talk about 10th edition since we don't know anything about points yet?
Oh, have they not shown points at all yet?
No.
Oh. Oh. Okay. I have no models. Wait, yes I do. Well, kind of. I can...
30K.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I have a lot of 30K models. I have, like, basically no 40K models. I mean, I would probably just use them as regular Space Marines. Wow. That's fair. I am a chaos boy after all.
Do I need to go check the doors?
You want me to go check the doors?
Good question, probably. I need to go check all the doors.
Everybody else gone?
It's 4 o'clock, everybody will be leaving and there's no Carter. Yeah. But they still aren't in charge of checking all the locks. Yeah, they talked to me to make sure that we knew they were staying. They're going to film some deal for their YouTube channel, I think.
Roll, Phil, Gabe,
Filbert.
Filbert.
He has a restaurant. Did you know that?
Who? You lost me.
He hadn't been here long enough, Jacob.
Both?
Yes.
Both? Still new, everyone. Still new. All right, I'm definitely gonna do the red shoulder things. So here's the question. Here's the
I shall return.
Question. How up to snuff are you on Star Wars stuff, Jacob? Well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, good. So we have 2 bases of B1s. Okay, gonna do the security droid shoulder pads, which is the red. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You get the tactical.
Yep. This is specifically Kalani. So for the B1s, they had their like command unit. Their unit commanders have the yellow bits.
Yeah.
Right. The question is, this is one unit, both bases. They can act independently, but they are technically in the game one unit. But there's no unit commander in the game. Should I do 2 red and 1 yellow on each base? Or should I do 3 reds, 2 reds, and 1 yellow?
You could do no yellow.
Or no yellow, and maybe there's a B1 battle droid commander as a support unit that comes out eventually.
Well, do they need the red one commander if they have like tactical?
I don't know. I would assume that there's still a command droid that's a part of the squad. Say all reds and let Kalani be in charge. I think that's probably safer, because then they might actually release for the game an independent like battle droid B2 that's on a base like this.
Yeah.
And that would have the yellow.
Yeah.
Which makes sense to me. So I'm going to do them all in red. And it'll feel a little bit odd, but it'll be fun. Thank you for your feedback. Oh my gosh. My fucking... I didn't say that. Shh. My arms are getting all burnt up from the recording that I did in the sun today. Very...
How long were you in the sun?
Well, I had a windshield thing blasting on my face.
That's fair.
we did a great intro recording today, by the way, chat, that you'll see probably in a couple of weeks, with me in the sun, and it was very hot, and I'm not used to being in the sun, and my arms get really like rashy when I get heat rash real easily, so my arms kind of suck right now. And yeah, but it was super fun. It was really enjoyable, and I think you guys will like it a lot. You need to bring back void grenades? What do you mean games played poorly? So, do you want to play? Oh, I can't do anything this weekend. Gosh darn it, my family's in town. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll have some time.
And we physically can't.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we can on Friday.
Yeah, we might be able to on Friday. Depends on when they come in. But... Oh, you're playing BattleTech on Friday? Oh.
Yeah, because it's all online. That's their policy.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure it's good enough, but we'll see. About 10th it?
Yeah. I've been like brainstorming like so many different strategies, but it's frustrating because
it's hard to like.
And I mean, like, oh, boo-hoo, poor me, I can't wait 3 days, but... so I'm not, like, complaining about it, but I'm very excited.
Yeah, I don't know. Part of me actually wants to go back, so I read the rules for Gene Stealer Colts. And I was like,
they're
ooh,
cool.
these actually sound really good now.
I don't know about good, but they're really cool.
Well, they were really bad before. They got a brand new codex, and it sucked.
They've gone in and out. They're just weird.
They have some of the coolest models for me in that range.
Can you believe that Tyranids are my favorite army, but I don't like Gene Stealer Colts?
No, I can believe that. They're not really Gene...
I don't like Gene Stealers.
They're not really Tyranids. Yeah, and if you don't like Gene Stealers, then you
That's
definitely won't like Gene Stealer Colts.
It's funny, huh?
I mean, to be fair, The Gene Stealer models have not been updated in like 20 years.
Well, I don't even like art of them. I just don't like their heads, and that's all GSC is half the time.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. I like them though. I think they look cool. Weird alien, silly underground, not rebellion, creepy alien monster things. It's cool. I like it.
Have you seen how the Gene Stealer quilts, like, bring back units works?
In the new edition?
Yeah.
Yes. But you can explain it just so I can remember for sure and so check and find out if they don't know.
That when one of your units dies,
uh-huh.
If it's battle line, you get a marker. If it's not, it's on a 4-up, you get a marker.
Okay.
You place that marker anywhere, and then during your reinforcement step, you can bring a unit back on that marker. But if something comes within 9 inches of that marker, it disappears.
Oh, interesting.
No, you can stay. I'll sit on the fancy chair and talk.
Yeah, there you go. We got to turn the mic on though.
Yeah, you gotta get a mic.
We have the mic. We just need to turn the volume up, which he's gonna do.
Act like this is my first rodeo, Baby J.
Well, he doesn't know.
I got this figured out.
He doesn't know.
Yeah. So I think that the Gene Stealer's cult thing is like really, really cool, but it's the 9 inches around your objectives that is limiting.
Yeah.
So if your opponent's army can like play around it, it's like really hard, but otherwise it's free models forever.
Interesting. So you just like put them super far away so that they can't get to them.
But you put them far away, but then they're not accomplishing much.
True, very true.
No.
So the whole objective point is per model, right?
It's say it again.
There's like a stat on every card that says like objective control, like OC
yes.
or whatever objective control points, and it's like that's per model, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and every model has a different stat, right?
Every unit.
Or every unit profile has a different stat.
Yes.
I've got 2 kinds of wet in my pants.
Oh, Polly Shalamazel is raiding with a party of 2. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, both of you. Hope you had a good time.
Hello.
Hello. We are painting some Shatterpoint and talking about stuff.
Hello.
Like 10th edition 40k.
I can't sit over here in the comfy chair because I don't have chat.
You
You
have your
pull it
phone?
up on your phone, yeah.
I don't have no.
Where's your phone?
In my office.
You can go get it if you want.
Grab it.
Okay. I'll go get it.
Okay. This seems like a very solvable problem.
But I don't have my phone.
Well, it is in the office. It can be had.
I do think that the new Death Leaper looks like a Mind Flayer.
I'm not gonna lie, that new model looks sick.
I don't like the cape.
I don't care. I think it looks cool regardless.
Because remember, I don't like Gene Stealer cults, and the cape is like the Gene Stealer thing. It looks like one to me. So I think when I get one, because I'm gonna get one no matter what. I think I'm gonna cut the cape off.
You're gonna cut the cape off.
The skirt, the battle skirt.
All right, that's fine. You know, you can make poor decisions with your models however you like. It's okay. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
To cut the cape off.
Yeah.
We are doing great, Polly.
Yeah. No,
Do you want
I
Jacob to
wouldn't.
start painting your model?
I wouldn't.
He's finished it, definitely.
Wouldn't dare.
I wouldn't dare.
I would paint my own stuff right here.
You have your stuff?
No, it's at my house.
Hmm.
Jason, I picked up a paintbrush yesterday for the first time in like a couple months. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I was gonna paint a bunch of stuff, but I like finished priming everything and it was like midnight. I didn't actually put paint on yet.
What did you do the thing with? What did you prime?
Bunch of Tyranid models.
Yes, nice.
Exocrine, Warriors, Gaunts.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
You're preparing yourself.
Well, so that's what I keep saying. Why I need Leviathan specifically is because it's literally like it has enough points that it finishes the rest of my army.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I have like 1300 or something,
Uh-huh.
and it literally is just the rest of it.
Oh, that's awesome. perfectly gives you the last 750 points or whatever that you end up needing.
So it's not like, oh, I want it because I want the new models, because I don't even particularly want some of them.
Yeah.
It's more so like, oh, this is the rest of my army, but I also want like one of everything. Fairness.
The weird thing for me about that box is I really am not interested in the stuff that comes in the starter for the Marine half.
Yeah.
Except for
Termies.
The Termies.
Yep.
Which is like a bummer, because I'm like, this is a great deal, but like they put a really specific unit in it. The flamer guys.
Yeah.
Like those seem very, very specific for Leviathan and don't really like offer a lot for somebody who's trying to get into the game.
So what I saw when I was like watching a bunch of videos where they were comparing like the two sides of the box, and they said it looks like the Tyranid list is just like, oh, it's a fun Tyranid list with a bunch of like cool monsters, and the Space Marine list looks like they teched against Tyranids.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Like there's literally a model in there that has anti-Tyranid in it, like keyword.
That's funny.
Well, yeah, because they're also probably like veterans of the Tyrannic War Ultramarines, right?
Yeah. Probably.
So they probably all have like something like that for theme.
Mm-hmm.
Reading the Blood Angels cards, like T. Schmidt says, I'm really interested in the OC value manipulation rules. I know for Blood Angels, there's a lot, like anything that has the Black Rage, if it's not within like 12 inches of a chaplain, then it doesn't count for anything and can't fall back.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it keeps you from being able to have your Death Company charge out on a flank without a character and then manipulate the stratagem where you get to fall back and charge. Because Blood Angels can fall back and charge, and you don't want Death Company being able to do that cheaply. So you need to be able to have that character tax somewhere around them.
I really do like the concept of like unit attachments that give buffs. I think that's a really interesting way to approach kind of like the aura buffs that they've had for a long time. It makes it less complicated. You're like, okay, this unit has this guy attached to it, which grants them this thing, right?
I also like that it's I like how only certain things can only attach to specific units.
Yes.
It's not anything can go to anything.
Yes. I'm sure there are some things that can go to anything, but they're going to be probably much more specific or much more generic buffs.
Vulcan has a deal where he's searching for relics and picks an objective, then he counts as OC 10 for that objective only.
Yep.
Vulcan?
It's not the Primarch, it's like another, like the leader of Salamanders.
You mean Salamanders?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, not Vulcan. He doesn't exist, does he?
It's a character that is named Vulcan, but it's not the same guy.
What?
Why is there a character named Vulcan that's not the same guy?
I'll pull it up. I don't know the lore.
That's really odd. Oh man, that just painting those guns makes these guys look way better.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much better they look with just the guns painted.
Just a little bit of contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vulcan Histan is a forge father of the Salamanders.
It's a title now? Oh. Oh, well. Whatever. How would you all improve or give tips for pin washing? Deathwalker, you asked that earlier, and I was going to answer it, but we got caught up in other things. I don't do a lot of pin washing because I typically am using a little bit stronger of a filter when I want to do that, but you can use like our glaze wash medium and a little bit of water with a color that you want to use, like transparent black if you want to just do like armor panel washing. And you'll be very, very surprised at how easily it will flow in the trough of those panel lines. You don't have to pre-paint the panel lines with a liquid and then drop in, like you can cover a surface with water and then drop ink into it and it will run into the panel lines very easily. Acrylic paints don't work quite as easily as that, but they flow better on their own. And our glaze wash medium is a great way to do that. A little bit of water to get it to flow quicker. And then you can just kind of tap your brush along the the panel line or the area where you're trying to pin wash between hair strands or whatever, and it'll flow really nicely. There's not really a reason to preset it up. I've never in my life gone and set up an area to accept a pin wash. I basically alter the paint first to do it.
Yeah, if I'm really trying to go crazy with pin washes, I'll like do a gloss varnish first or a satin varnish. But depending on what it is, not necessarily a requirement to do so. Just because those layers of gloss or satin will give a little bit better capillary action instead of matte, which will have a tendency to cause things to pool up, not pool up, but stain a lot more. One down. Go to the next.
I'm interested. I need to see the main rule book. I know that they released a bunch of the rule book stuff.
It's fully out now.
Oh, the fully one is out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like officially?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, they released the PDF for the full book.
Oh, okay. I need to read it.
Yeah, I think the only thing that we're waiting on now is points, right?
Points and any additional mission.
Okay.
I think. Because there's like one in the book, I think, but I don't know about. There might be more. I just don't know. But the big thing is points.
Because a lot of the weapons have things like new keywords that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, they're in the core book now. The free one online.
For the Blood Angels Librarian Dread, you love that you can yeet a unit forward. Didn't you always used to be able to do that? Wings of Sanguinius? I think it's always been there.
Yeah, Christian was talking about it earlier today.
Yeah, Wings of Sanguinius has always been a thing. I don't know that it was anywhere on the board. It may have been just an additional move.
He was saying it's an additional move, but you have flight.
That was the old one.
Yeah, I'm talking about the old one.
Yeah.
I don't know about the new one.
Yeah, I think it was an additional move. Now it's just pick 'em. Now it's Hand of Gork.
Oh, it's a teleport now?
Yeah, it's pick them up, put them anywhere on the table outside of 9 of an enemy unit. Deathwalker, you didn't have that psychic ability in 9th? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure you did. I was almost 100% sure it was there. Why would they just take it out for 9th? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I am intrigued by 10th edition. I really am. It's been a long time since I've played 40K, but they've changed a lot more than I ever expected them to for an edition.
Yeah.
So as a result, I told myself, I was like, you know what? We'll give it a shot. We'll see what it looks like, and we'll see if it's something that.
Well, they're using keywords like battle line and stuff, right?
Yep.
So they've brought a lot of Age of Sigmar list building and things like that in, which is, it's unique that they took the game that they know doesn't sell as well and doesn't have as big an impact on overall profits like Age of Sigmar, and they've tweaked rules there and started new ideas there and then play tested them through for years now, and it's almost like they're ready to they think they've captured all the nuances of those types of rules, and they'll just overlaying them onto 40K.
Yeah.
So neat development idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Now that you're seeing it come to fruition, I don't know why we had a 9th edition the way that it was, but I'm not GW, whatever. The librarian fly was there, not yeet forward. Yeah. They just changed the way it works. Because he can still do it to himself, too. I'm pretty sure. When I was looking at it, I don't remember it having that it had to be another unit. It was just friendly Adeptus Astartes unit within like 9 or 12 or something like that. pick them up, put them anywhere you want. Yeah, I think the only thing I didn't like on the Blood Angels stuff is just the generic Vanguard vets don't get to choose weapons anymore. They just have a generic, whatever they call it, legacy weapon or something like that. So that kind of sucks. Because you used to be able to pick different loadouts for your Vanguard vets to do different things. Thunderhammer, Lightning Claw, Storm Shield, dual Lightning Claws, Power Fist. Now it's literally just one weapon that acts like all of them.
Oh, that's kind of...
Yeah, because it's not anywhere near as good as, the specialist stuff that you could get. You're excited about the more generic heirloom weapons. That's what they're called. I'm excited about the more generic weapons, T. Schmidt. Really? Wow.
It does make it a lot less stressful to make your list because you're so limited. But it was also nice.
But you're talking about a very veteran unit that it gave it its color to have it be able to have each guy come armed with whatever they needed to be armed with.
Yeah.
As opposed to, hey, everybody has a gun. Everybody's got a bolt, pistol, chainsword. That's just very vanilla. I think it takes a lot away from it when you can't. You know, Death Company, thank God they didn't do the same thing for us. So, like the Death Company with Jump Pack, you still get to choose your weapons. But you got to choose it for the whole squad. But that was always that way. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Are Devastator units now, like you can pick one of each type of weapon, or is it more like 30K where you can load a whole unit up with
it depends. It's per unit. Depends on the unit.
Oh, okay.
It's not a catch-all.
Yeah, they did the generic weapons for things like Tyranid Warriors.
Yep.
Which makes no sense.
They lost a lot, but you took the same thing every single time, no matter what. Anyways.
I think they look like they've loaded it into this stuff where, like you were saying, Jordan, you got to have a unit, you got to have a character nearby or in the unit attachment that gives them like +1 pen, +1 attack.
Yep.
You know, because the I know for like Blood Angels, you can put a Sanguinary Priest into a unit and it gives them +1 pen and a 5-up, feel no pain. And then you can also put in, you know, a lieutenant or whatever other character in there that gives them, you know, +1 to hit. And then the whole Blood Angels thing is on the charge. They get +1 attack and +1 strength. So all of a sudden you're like having to keep track of all of the bonuses you get because they come from 5 different places on a particular unit now. That's the part that I've always disliked about 40K. Is that I would really like for it to be something that it's like, you know, very quickly what the bonuses for a unit are.
Yeah. The benefit, though, now is that I think it's a little bit more restrictive on how many of those types of units you can have, or units attached to your units. Does that make sense?
Ferrithus, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
I think, from what I understand, they've made less of those things be available, and you can't take them in necessarily every single one of your units.
What things?
Yeah, what things?
The attachments.
What are you talking about? Characters are what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And they can all attach to different units.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can have multiple attachments to some units.
Right.
So no, they haven't limited it at all.
I thought it was you can only do one character per unit. I might be wrong.
I think that was the case, but I think there are some that override it.
Oh, there's special rules. I don't have.
Yeah, like the Sanguinary Priest says that you can take it even if you have a lieutenant or captain already attached.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't have any in my army.
Yeah, the base rule is that you can only have one, I believe. But the benefit now is like you don't have to like track what the range is on everything. It just becomes a model in the unit, which is nice. So you don't have to like. You're just like, this unit has this.
Deathwalker, doesn't an apothecary still res units though?
I think that the one in the Leviathan box doesn't. I might be wrong.
They may have taken it away. I don't know. Sanguinary priests can't attach to Terminators. Correct. But Blood Angels can take an Apothecary now.
They weren't able to previously?
I think you had to take priests to replace Apothecaries, right?
Oh, okay.
I
may be wrong there, but it looked like you could take Apothecaries.
Do Apothecaries just generally give, like, Feel No Pain to unit? Is that kind of just like what they do? Or do they generally do more than that?
You know, it's been so long since I played, I'd be lying to you. I think it was like reroll failed wounds and bring a
pull it up.
X amount of wounds back.
Over here.
You can look at the card and tell me.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Jacob is the man with the information.
Ain't nobody playing Terminators and Blood Angels. Playing Terminators and Blood Angels, you're doing it wrong.
Deathwing's where you want to go. You want to play a lot of Terminators. I have to actually look at those rules and see if it's something that I'd want to play.
What?
The Deathwing.
I don't think there are different rules for that. I think it's... Oh, there might be. I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
Is this... Mo is like, is this the Ferrithus? It is. Ferrithus, you chose the one day that I'm sitting in the comfy chair in the studio.
A couple of hours before that.
I was painting earlier. The thing on the left of your screen. Now that's Jacob. And Jacob is reading Warhammer 40k rules.
Yeah. While we
Hero Hammer seems back with death balls.
Alright. We got the red done on these guys. I think they look a lot
it's going to be very like faction specific, maybe even list specific. There might be lists inside of factions that would allow you to do like the Death Star, where you have all your heroes in a big clump and they're nigh indestructible. But I don't like just reading the Blood Angels one. It seems like it's really built to spread your stuff out and give a lot of punch in a lot of places, which I really like because I like Blood Angels as an assault force.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like there's a big value to bringing all jump troops again.
Which is cool. Because that was always, to me, what they were all about. Was like, bring all your jump troops, get in there, throw some melee weapons around.
Oh my god, 252 pages on the Space Marine Index.
The one day. Well, I mean, it's the one day today. Firstborn Apothecary is no longer a thing outside of a command squad. Is that true? There's a Apothecary and Terminator armor, right? Or is it Gravis armor that's in the new Leviathan box? Primaris Apothecary and Gravis armor? They've dropped the Primaris naming though, right?
Yeah, I think they just call it Gravis armor now.
Oh, really? When this model's bodyguard unit is destroyed, roll 1d6 on a 2-up, you gain a CP. What is that for, Deathwalker? So no res, just a CP? But that's when the bodyguard unit is destroyed, the whole unit, not when an individual model is destroyed. I thought they still had the bring back a certain amount of wounds or heal a certain amount of wounds. Did they get rid of that altogether?
So the Apothecary doesn't do that anymore?
I'm scrolling through right now. It's just there's so many data sheets to find it.
Seems weird that they would make the Apothecary not have the ability to heal dudes. You shouldn't be able to bring back motorcycles. I've always agreed with that.
That just sounds weird.
You'd heal up to 3 wounds, right? So you could bring back a bike. Primaris Apothecary can bring back a dead model in the command phase. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm saying it could still be useful to have like an Apothecary, right? He just fell off the bike. Yeah, so you have to get up. He gets revived and get the bike back up. Just have to move backwards 6 inches.
Jacob, you said you found it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's when this model is leading a unit in your command phase, you can return 1 destroyed model, excluding characters. And then when its bodyguard unit is died on a 2-up, you get 1 CP.
Okay, gotcha.
That's Primaris Apothecary.
Yeah, so he still gets. You can still bring on an apothecary.
Let me see what it attaches to.
Is it called a Primaris Apothecary?
That one was, yeah. There are other apothecaries.
So they're still using the Primaris term.
Because there's a different one, the Biologus.
Oh, which is the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Deathwalker. I could see that would be crazy, right?
Yeah, the Biologus doesn't have anything to do with healing, it looks like.
Weird.
Yeah, it gives a...
Oh, he's just like the gene seed guy, right?
I don't know.
He just like picks up the gene seed from...
If there was a field engineer or mechanic, it'd be cool. Tech Marines.
Yeah, isn't it just Tech Marines?
Tech Marines can remove, or at least they used to, they could remove damage from vehicles. Dreads. Have auras for stuff like that. I assume they're still around. You're talking about canonical classes, so I don't think they're going to steal that kind of stuff away from Space Marines. I would like them to not keep adding crap like the what was that guy? The model was cool. He had like a skull with a bandana, carrying a big sword over his shoulder, and an hourglass. But I'm like, why don't you just make cooler chaplains? Because that guy's basically just a chaplain with a big sword instead of a Crozius. Yeah, Jess, they have Tech Marines. I don't know that every faction has a tech dude. I know Orcs do. Tyranids don't need one. They don't have any technology.
They have 0.
They just bring more dudes back. Yeah, Tyranids just bring dudes. Spit out more dudes. I don't think Eldar have anybody that repairs equipment.
Yeah, they like save souls, but they don't like heal dudes from...
Judiciar, yeah, exactly. He's going to be the best unit during Index. Ugh, I hate that, man. Like, why do they need to create stuff like that?
What, like what?
The Judiciar.
What's that?
It's that thing that should have been a chaplain.
Oh.
That came out in like 8th edition's box set or something like that. Really cool model, but unnecessary.
I feel like with Space Marine stuff, they always try and like add more new Space Marine stuff. It's just like, there's already so much of it.
Well, I don't think we have. Do we have a Primaris chaplain?
Yes, I believe so.
I mean, I don't think so.
I could have sworn they released one like within the last year.
Oh, there was one in the same box set? Primaris chaplain? Oh, that's right. The guy that had the skirt. Yeah. You're right. Same box set. He did. He had the leather skirt. And then one on a bike. Yeah. The Judiciar can attach to Blade Guard vets and gives fight first. That's brutal.
Oh yeah, that's a sweet model. Angels and Interrogator chap. One of my favorite models is still the Primaris Chaplain on bike. That model is...
If you're into that sort of thing.
I am. I am indeed, sir.
I'm a jump pack guy, man. Give me a bunch of dudes with jump packs.
Yeah.
And let me move, freaking
Across
12 inches.
Yeah.
Salt India. Get a shit ton of swings. Be highly mobile. I was hoping that the Sanguinor would give strike first to the unit in its aura, but it doesn't. It has strike first itself, but I don't think it gives strike first to an aura. I really want them to make the Sanguinor feel like a good model. But it's not. Depending on points, it might be worth playing one. But I don't see it being great.
Using some umber, dark umber and black for initial wash on the inside, keeping the brightness on the outside for the base, and then we're adding a little bit more of like a transparent black glaze over that, bringing it a little bit further out. Nice, it's giving us a little bit of darkness and all those cracks and crevices and recesses. Great.
Is that how you did the other one?
Yeah. It's a little bit darker on the other one.
Deathwalker, you want him to update the Sanguinary model? The Sanguinor? Yeah, I kind of just made it out of Dante.
Right?
Right?
It went a lot darker.
My Dante is kind of what the Sanguinor wishes it was. But I think I would take, to make a Sanguinor, you would do it out of a Primarch. You need it to be like out of one of the 3D printed versions of Sanguinius. Because he's a lot bigger than a normal dude. Yet the model was tiny.
Do we have that demo set of the snow facing material?
Is it not sitting right out there?
I see 5.
Would have had it. Or it would have been around here.
Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weird spot. Old one.
I've got 2 kinds of wet in my pants.
Hello! Valandar!
Valandar, what's up? Thank you for the raid. How is it going?
You've still got 2 Necron halves to get rid of from that box set. Oh my god.
Those are worth a lot. Pretty penny right now.
Are they?
Yeah. Last time I checked. Yeah.
Never been worth anything.
They got pretty expensive before, because there was a pretty big stretch of time where the like character models in that set were not available online as a separate purchasable thing. And so because that was the only way you could get those models, the price went up a lot. I mean, it was like $100 for just that size. Maybe 100.
Your tablet needed a new driver, so the second you were ready to start actually sculpting, well, bummer. That sucks, Valandar. Deathwalker, you're gonna like them. I've been enjoying the Blood Angel stuff. I've been spending too much time on Dante. I need to spend some time building because that entire army is 3D printed, true scale Horus Heresy armored guys. So I got to build them all up. But I was waiting, once I realized that 10th edition was going to come out, I'm waiting to get all the stuff I got today, but I still need points to figure out what to build. Because I've got Vanguard Vets with jump packs, Assault Marines with jump packs, Death Company with jump packs, Sanguinary Guard with jump packs. The whole force is just jump packs. So I need to figure out how best to build them all. I haven't built any Sanguinary Guard yet. I need to do that.
Is this of your 30k, 40k?
Yeah. You guys ever pick a color scheme for an army only to realize it's the same damn scheme you picked for something else?
All the time. All the darn time. It can happen.
Take it easy, Wad.
You out of here, Wad. See you later, buddy.
Kenny was trying to find a most recent picture of Dante during his last show. I just posted one yesterday. I know he was painting Dante too, right?
Yeah.
Jess, did someone say jump packs? My whole army is jump pack based. There's not a single model that doesn't have it other than dreadnoughts.
I'm using, oh, none of this has been on camera. I'm using this basing material here to blend the base of the kind of like crashed pod thingamabob. Blend it into the base on this guy so that it looks less out of place. I kind of regret putting him on one of the whole plank or whatever bases, especially since there's this this one here that probably would have worked better, where it's that earthiness. I could have blended that in a lot better. But we're gonna completely change this color because it's not quite right. Might do some washes or some staining on it to get it to try and be the right color before painting completely over it. But right now we're just taking a little bit of water and we're feathering out this color and this texture in here. Looks like that thing belongs there. The goal. All about making the edges of those plastic bits disappear. Hold it on up.
Lies.
Lies? But the lies. Are they at least convincing? Welcome back. He is back. Got that done. Wanted to use the snow texture just because it's got a little bit finer grit to it. But use the yeah, you've been using the snow to smooth the edges out on stuff like that. Yeah, it works really good. Oh yeah, to make the edges disappear. You can also add it on models like this where you want a little bit of like buildup of texture somewhere on the base. I usually recommend doing it before you paint the base. Probably won't do it on this one. I need to get some warm gray. That
Yeah, I don't think I took any pictures of Dante before yesterday. I left the office, got a while here to just take a couple of photos, throw them up. Mainly to see what I needed to be doing next with it.
middle, warm gray plus a little bit of black. Oh. Punching this in, and then we're using damp brush to feather it out. I'm being really rough with it too. I don't mind getting a little bit of rough texture because it's supposed to be beat up deck planking or what have you. Much.
When is the tentative release on the next signature paints, and will it be one set or two? It's 2 sets, 2 artists each time is our goal. So each signature series will be 2 artists, 2 sets of 6 paints each. That's what we have in store. And when?
I'm hoping to have finalization for all of the naming conventions and bottle labels tomorrow or the next day, so that by the end of the week at least we have ordered all of the labels. And so then it's just probably a matter of, when the labels hit after that.
Darkening up the recesses with this just straight up black and warm gray mix.
I forgot where you heard it, but you guess there's some confusion on 3 minis, 1 base counts as 1 mini, or 3 for some painting comp? Oh, I don't know. For painting competitions, I guess you'd have to ask the specific competition.
Who knows?
Sometimes multiple models on a single base count as a diorama in competitions. So they're usually pretty specific on calling it single model and not being able to have anything else, except for vehicles that have riders or drivers. A lot of times you'll have a little bit of leeway there, so you can have like a tank commander and it still counts as 1 model. Or like a guy on a motorcycle or something like that. Count as 1 model.
All right. Pretty good. And then we're going to come back with bright warm gray. We're going to do all that shallot. Touch of warm gray because it's bright. And then we're just going to come back in, add. It'll be a little wet. All up.
They were having an issue with it? You need a nice Pro Acryl black red or reddish black. Put transparent black and burnt red.
Yep. Works real good.
Mix it up. Fantastic.
What I did for the shoulder pads.
I don't know that it's a color I would make. I'm not saying no. It is on the list, like a nice black red. The next set of colors has a crimson in it, but that's not going to be what you're looking for, I don't think.
Color's amazing, though. I love that color.
It's
real good.
A really dark red satin, more of a like a blood splatter color.
Yeah.
Than anything else.
You could use it very easily for blood splatter.
But yeah, never say never. We don't have another like core set coming out. Oh boy. Maybe not till the beginning of 24. And by core set I mean base Pro Acryl range set. Our plan this year is the year of the Signature Series colors. So we've got the first Signature Series that's already released, Signature Series 2 coming out in July, and then Signature Series 3 is kind of a question mark. It'll be whether or not Signature Series 3 hits around the holidays or the next core set hits around the holidays. But we expect to have another 12 colors towards the end of the year too. So 24 possible colors before the end of the year.
That's crazy.
Seems pretty good.
That's a lot of colors.
Seems pretty good. And if we do another core set, then that will have bismuth yellow, satin black, ultramarine, as 3 of the main colors in it. Paint a ton of blood. Orange red will be in the next core set. Or it's actually red orange, not orange red. We're doing a red orange first. Basically the same thing. I have been using that on my own Blood Angels. Testing through it, and it's great. Taking transparent purple here and going into the shadows of my hair, purple, just to give it a little bit more nuanced color when we do this blue black. I don't want to bring it too far over into the light, so I kind of want to start it maybe 2/3 of the way over into my highlight and then have it deepen over on this side.
Let's see here. Orc Pride's asking when is the next neon? When is the neon set coming out? I'm assuming you're talking about the fluorescence.
Good question. Not sure. It's a 6-color set. We have not done a 6-color, what I would call core set before. So I got to figure out how to release, how it's going to fit in, how our racking system is going to work for it, because the fluorescents are going to be outside of the standard color range like the washes. And that's another point, is that we've got 6 new wash colors coming as well. So all sorts of stuff to think about.
Crazy amount of stuff coming out. Easy amount of new paints.
But Signature Series 2 and the varnishes is next. And those should be roughly at the same time. If not the same time. T. Schmidt, we're already doing it. We should have the sample got sent out today, as a matter of fact, for the add-on rack. So you are very correct. There is an add-on rack we'll be sampling by the end of the week, assuming it gets here, and doing our testing. Won't take very long. As soon as we approve that, that'll be in production, and we'll have those add-on racks ready to go for retailers by, I would say, end of July, if we're lucky. Maybe early August. Tim's here. Time to go. Quitting time.
Oh, what's up, Tim?
Mo, do I have pics anywhere of the Blood Angels? I mean, other than live on stream? They're all sitting here. I don't know, to be honest with you. I know that we posted, like, I think this guy, or maybe it was the Death Company guy and the Terminator, I think.
I mean, we can definitely take some pictures and post them. Y'all want to see them?
We've got Dante finishing up This is a Vanguard vet with heirloom weapon and storm shield. That's 10th edition. And then Death Company with Thunderhammers. And I do have Terminators because we practiced the color scheme on Terminator. But I'm probably not going to take any Terminators in 10th because they've made all assault armies viable again. I have Terminators that I can build, but I probably won't use them for anything. It'll be all jumpy boys. Oh, we have
It's a shame because they're so cool.
We did the one assault guy to look at how to do the helmet.
Oh, do the assault guys have yellow helmets?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know that.
Only 6 open spaces on the rack? No, there's 12 or 14 right now, right? Because there's... Oh, no, you may be right with the washes. There's only 6 open spaces. You are correct. You are correct.
Same with the bag.
Yeah, so the new expansion wing will happen, and all of the signature colors will move over there. So it'll have 2 shelves of expansion or of signature colors on it because there'll be 24, and then that'll open the main rack back up to where it'll have whatever it has, 21 more colors available. Those washes and signature series will go on the expansion rack. Got home from a dinner with your in-laws? I hope dinner was good.
Oh, man.
We are done. Done. Finished.
Done. Finito.
Thank you for hanging out with us. As always.
It's been a very chill day.
Very slow. Very slow. Slow in the summer.
I mean, I got a lot of stuff done. Painted most of 2 B1s. Base of B1.
Your whole army's almost done, isn't it?
Let's see here. We'll zoom out. We'll see what we got. Oh, that's not the right way. We got 2 B1s. Got Jango Fett. Got the 2 Magna Guards. And we have Dooku done. So that leaves Kalani right here. And Taj. And then there's a lot more models that I can't.
Oh, because you have like a leader, a lieutenant, and a crew.
Yeah, you have 2 different squads, and each squad has a primary, a secondary, and then like a.
Yeah. Good food, bad service. That sucks. That sucks. Jen with all the links. Make sure you check out the store and the Discord. Most importantly, the Discord. Come hang out with us over there. Find out about new products. Have fun times. Hang out with other artists. Get great inspiration. If you are not a follower already, please pound that follow button. Stick around. We're going to find somebody to raid, but we do stream 5 days a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like tomorrow coming up, we start at noon. We do our hobby lunch, noon to 2. And then today, Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do 2 to 5. So 5 chances a week to get to catch up with us. Spend some of your summertime with us. And we will look forward to seeing you back. Have a wonderful evening. Remember to show some love in the raid we wind up in. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. All right? Adios, gang.
See ya.